Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of BOA. I'm out here on my front porch this morning, and it is absolutely gorgeous morning. So I thought I would record a little video before I go groundhog hunting here in a little bit. And it's kind of a conversation my brother and I had the other day, talking about new shooters, people getting into the semi-automatics, the ARs, and stuff like that. And we've been having a little bit of issues with his, and I knew cleaning it really wasn't the issue because we were having problems with point of impact and accuracy, which I'm about 99.9% sure I got that all figured out and got his Ruger 5.56 sighted in. But today I have my AR, my Anderson. Yeah, don't make fun of me. I do own an Anderson. This is my daily hunting rifle. This is what I take groundhog, coyote hunting. This is what I exterminate all the little vermins and pests around my house with. This is what I keep my family safe with. I wanted to bring this out today and kind of do a complete teardown because my brother and I were talking. He didn't know how to take his bolt carrier completely apart, and that's kind of a big thing, especially when you need to clean it, and for beginner shooters or people getting into the ARs, because I really didn't know how to tear the thing apart either till here just recently. So as you're getting into it, you're learning how to maintenance your gun, your cleaning, and everything. This is one thing that you do need to do because unfortunately ARs shit where they eat. So all the gas that goes through the gas system push everything back and to reload it, everything comes back here. So you got to keep it clean. It's kind of like the 1911s or any hammered pistol. You got to keep extremely clean, keep all the dirt and all the gunpowder and everything out of the way of the hammer so everything functions properly. So what we're going to start with is, you see I got an open chamber, ain't nothing there, no ammunition. So what we're going to do is we're going to close it. We got to get that forward. We are going to pull our back pin out, pull that forward, pull our front pin out, which this is not really needed to pull your whole upper off, but if I could get the pin out, it does make it a lot easier to work with. So pull your whole lower off, set that off to the side, and you are left with your complete uppers. So now since you got your complete upper off, you're going to pull your bolt out, pull your charging handle out, set that off to the side, set your upper off to the side, and you can go ahead and clean that and get that oiled down. But right now we're just going to focus on your bolt. So everything, all your gas comes back into here, comes up into your bolt, and your bolt carrier pushes the bolt back, fires your next round when you drop your trigger. So what we're going to do today is we're going to pull this apart so you can clean it. So see how you got your little pin here? What you got to do is you're going to have to pull that out and get your firing pin out. There's tools and stuff like that. All I got's a little knife with me right now, but it just works just fine. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull that pin out just like that and just set that off to the side. All you got to do is turn that over, give it a couple good thumps, and your firing pin comes out. Set that off to the side. So after that, you got this little pin right here. What you need to do is you got to turn this to the side, and on the side of your gas key here, you see it's kind of got where they got it milled out. You're going to turn your pin to the side just a wee little bit, and it gives it just enough clearance to pull out. That little hole is for your gas, from your gas ports here on the side of the carrier. So after you're done with that, all you got to do is pull your bolt out. Get that nice and clean. You're going to get a lot of carbon buildup back here. Clean around your rings, clean up around your gas block. Make sure all this is oiled down. And when you go to oil these things and oil them down, you don't want an excessive amount of oil, because pulling oil, you're going to collect carbon, you're going to collect unburnt powder and everything else, and it gums up and just makes this even a hell of a more, or makes it even worse next time you go to clean it. So no pulling oil. Make sure everything's wiped down real nice and shiny. So when you're done, all you got to do is push this back, and you got to remember that this pin here will only go in this thing one way. And that's because, you know, unless you have an ambidextrous gun with an extractor port on each side, your extractor pin will only go one way to get it out. So you're going to give this a little push back in. It's going to slide back in. You're going to turn that hole where it's milled out here. You're going to turn your hole there. Take your pen. Which if it don't go in one way, you got the wrong side of the bolt, and all you got to do is turn it if it don't want to go in. So kind of like I got it there. So all I got to do is turn it, and it should. Or did I have it right the first time? I think I had it right the first time. Yeah, I had it right the first time. So I'm going to slide that back in there, slide that all the way down. I'm going to give it a half turn, just like that. You can leave it back or you can pull it forward. It really don't matter. From there, you're going to take your firing pin, drop it back down the top. You can probably drop it in right there. Maybe. Maybe, baby. Alright, so yeah. It's easier if you drop it in here because it really don't want to go on the sides. Get it back down in the hole. Get it seated all the way down. Just like that. Now you're going to take your pin, and this is going to be the hardest part here, because it's got to go all the way through crut or pushed in, but when it goes halfway through, it expands back out. So what you got to do is you're going to take a little screwdriver, a knife, something small, and you're going to give it a little push to where that pin pushes all the way through and it's seated back where it's supposed to be. Just like that. It is really simple to tear these things apart. It's really easy to clean. You just got to stay with it. Keep up with your cleaning. Don't let these things get too dirty. So after that, you know, it's just reverse order. After you get done cleaning and you wipe everything down, and always give your equipment a good inspection too. Make sure there's no striking, no excessive rubbing, grooving, or anything like that. Check all around the head of your bolt. Make sure everything's, you know, working the way it's properly supposed to be working there. So you'll wipe all that down, get it all real nice and shiny. Make sure you ain't got no pooling oil in any of the grooves or anything like that. You're going to take your upper again. You're going to put your charging handle in there, and you'll find out that they got little holes, little slots. If you look at the top of this for you new shooters, how it's grooved out right there, here on these sides. Just on the inside of your upper, they got milled out holes for that to slide into. So don't let that go all the way down. Leave that kind of up. Take your gas key, put it right into the groove of your charging handle, and let it slide all the way down. Once you get it to there, give it another little push, make sure it's seated. So you have your complete bolt carrier back in your upper. So now we're going to take our lower, line up that front pin, get in the hole. There, got that one in. Push that one up, get that pin in. Pull that back, open it up. Yes, my gun has been on safety the entire time. I forgot to show you that earlier. But that is the complete tear down and put back together of your upper and lower receiver, bolt carrier. Get your firing pin out, make sure all that is clean. Another thing for new shooters, what you need to understand when you're doing this is make sure when you clean like your upper and everything out, make sure you don't get no solvent, no gun cleaner, anything up in your gas tube. And also the same thing down in your bolt carrier, your gas, all the ports and everything, your gas key and everything. Make sure you try not to get no oil and stuff in them because it could cause a malfunction in the future. But these things will work reliable. They will shoot every time if you take care of them. So, yep, that's the biggest thing is take care of them. Make sure they're oiled, make sure they're clean, and they will shoot straight every time. This is another episode from BOA. I love you guys. I hope y'all keep watching, like, share, and subscribe for me. Laters.